Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Al Shai, Shem Kodash, Shalom to the 144,000, the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. And I'm going to entitle this video, this is a response to self-made scholars teaching fake 12 tribe chart. When I'll play into it, I'll see what I can do. But this will be a part of the title. But another part of the title is because you only have 100 characters to work with. So I'll play with the this title. But the main title really is, when was Ezekiel chapter 37 verse 16, when I say 16 on down, fulfilled? When was it fulfilled? So anyway, this is a video that was put up. I didn't even get a chance to watch the whole thing, but all I needed to watch was just this part here, and I'll watch the rest later. Put up by GMS South Carolina 08. And it says, self-made scholars teaching fake 12 tribe chart. So, the question is, when was it, when was Ezekiel 37, chapter 37, verse 16 on down fulfilled? When was it? That's the question. When was it fulfilled? And I'm going to let you listen to this woman right here. And I'm going to say this. We listened to, after we finished camp, we listened to IUIC, where you have, his title is Bishop, and his name is Nathaniel. Sometimes his name is, one time he called himself Nathaniel, which was his name back in the day, during the One West days. So he was going into, listening to different things. He's on point. Then he would go off. He went off on the hell doctrine. I thought he found out, I thought he realized that hell doctrine, where you burn in hell, I thought he came to his senses on that, but obviously he doesn't. Don't believe me? Go to the video that he did. I think it's called "From the River to the Sea." From the river to the sea. That's a Palestinian thing. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. So that's the title. So if you go to IUIC, you'll find it. So he's going into the whole hell thing, and it's pretty much pushing that hell is a place that your spirit goes down in the hell, which doesn't make. When you go to the scriptures, hell is a whole nother topic. I got to get back into that. It boggles the mind that you have any former One West group teaching anything about a spiritual hell that you burn forever, that your spirit burns in hell forever. It doesn't make any sense in the Old Testament at all. Look up the word hell in the Old Testament, and it has nothing to do with an eternal, your spirit going. It describes nothing about anybody in the Old Testament, and the Old Testament is bigger and more chapters. It's a bigger book than the New Testament. So give me any scripture where it says that a soul will be burnt in hell, like what is that, Luke 16, the rich man and Lazarus. I think that's Luke 16. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me go to Luke 16, if not 14. Here it is, 2024, hopeful year of the time of Jacob's trouble coming to pass. And here you got former One Westers. Well, it's only one group. No, I'm sorry. No. It's actually two groups. It's the IUIC, which maybe 4 or 5 months ago I found out about that. But prior to that, you got GOCC teaching that hell is an actual place, and they also formerly, the leader the leader of GOCC, is formerly one Wester. He claims he had met me. Maybe he did. I met a lot of people. At that time, I'm older than him, so I don't remember meeting him, but I'm not going to say he's lying. But let me see. Let me do it this way. Okay, I'm right. It does start at the first verse. Let me do this. It says, and in hell he lifted up. And see, Christians will use this. This is their go-to scripture. That see, this guy was actually in hell. What you don't understand is that was a parable. A parable. And how do we know that it's a parable? Because he's engulfed in flames and he can able to put together full sentences. And as for not a cup of water, but for Lazarus to stick his finger in the water and put it on my tongue. You engulfed in flames, so you know that this is not talking about an actual hell. But you got stupid idiots that don't have a brain. They'll say this. This is a Roman Catholic doctrine, man. And all you Christians, all you franchises of Christianity, you Baptists, you Methodists, you Jehovah's, you Calvinists, all of you are Roman Catholics. You just reform Roman Catholic. There's certain things that you disagreed with the Roman Catholic. I disagree with this and I disagree with that, but everything else I believe in. So Vocab is a Roman Catholic. He just don't like the fact. I don't go with the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha. And a couple other things. Basically, he's a Roman Catholic. How do we know that he's a Roman Catholic? He believed that Mary never had sex with Joseph. What else? He believed in hell. He doesn't believe in reincarnation. What else? There's a couple of things that he doesn't believe in. So he's a Roman Catholic. When he says he's a Calvinist ain't nothing but a Roman Catholic. So anyway, if you have a brain, a working brain, you would know that this Luke chapter 16 is a parable. No such thing as hell, and please somebody show me one scripture in the Old Testament where it kind of speaks the same way that this Luke 16 speaks. That in hell he was tormented from the flame and give me one Old Testament scripture. But anyway, let's come on back to this right here. Now, and listening to Bishop Nate, we try to listen to him every week. And it seems like he's always going in on the women. Hey, you sisters, you ain't right. You could get out of here. And he always goes into that rant on the woman. And then certain men too. But he went into this, he spoke about this over Saturday. He was saying, going into different stories, that they had this one sister in there and they had a brother, but they were sitting in separate seats. They wasn't sitting together. And the sister was supposed to be single. I'm a single sister, just learning the truth. But come to find out, according to Bishop Nate, you can watch the video, the last video he did. Towards the end of the video, he says that the sister was actually getting in with another brother in the school. That they be sitting, they don't sit next to each other. They don't leave the building hand in hand and nothing like that. So you just think that she's a regular sister looking for, man, Most High blessed with a man. She was getting it in with this other dude behind the leadership back. And Bishop Nathaniel found out about it because the dude saw another sister, single sister, that he kind of stepped to, and then he started getting with her and kind of pushed the other one to the curb. So this one wicked sister goes up to the leadership and says, this brother, he's dealing with this sister, and blase. And then I think she has videos or pictures to prove that they're together. But wait a minute. Before this newer sister came in, you ain't said nothing about it. So you was secretly, getting with this dude and not saying nothing. Then eventually you say it because you jealous because he no longer want to deal with you, which was completely out of order according to the IUIC. So what do you got now? And if that's happening once, guarantee you that's happening 2 times. I guarantee you that's happening. If it's happening 2 times, it's happening 20 times. Remember, you got these different camps of IUIC. Guarantee you that shit is happening, man. Hey, when I first came to school, I met a sister in the school, and we got together, and I was, matter of fact, I was damn near living with her, and I ain't telling nobody. First of all, it ain't their business. Ain't their business what the hell I do if I meet a sister in there. Now, you had a thing set up where when you come into the school, you can't get with another sister. You got to, be in this thing for 6 months, and we got to know. No. Hey, you know what kills that whole bullshit? Don't let no sisters in, period. We did that in Connecticut. There was a whole lot of shady shit going on with these sisters. And so we came to a conclusion. We said no more sisters in the school. So we just cut off. We don't give a damn if you were righteous, if you were what. No more sisters in the school. Period. And there were certain brothers that got emotional about it. And guess what? All them brothers fell out in the world. We still know them. Certain brothers run into them. We know what they do. Some of them are related to other brothers. But we cut it off. We said no more sisters in the school. So, the Apostle Paul spoke about this because there was a big mess with the church of Corinth, with these sisters. Well, the Apostle, not just in Corinthian, but in other parts of the scriptures, the sisters, kept coming up, talking shit and, being heads over other men and over congregations, and he had to put that whole thing in order. And the way to get rid of that whole thing is don't let sisters come into school. We're all on YouTube. Well, how can I learn? Well, you got YouTube. All you got to do is go to YouTube, click on the video, and learn. And you can ask questions on the comment section or whatever. But no sisters. We're taking it a step beyond the Apostle Paul. See, the Apostle Paul said, let your sisters keep silence in the churches. Our thing is don't let those sisters in, period. Because now you got YouTube. And when a sister comes, a so-called sister, when a sister comes on the comment board, she shouldn't be putting up precepts. She shouldn't say anything other than excellent video, Shalom, all praises, whatever. Praise to the Most High, whatever. But that's about it, and keep it moving. Now, she might actually have a legitimate question. So she might say, I'm a sister, I don't have a man, but I have a question. What does this mean? She should have a husband. That's why Paul said all women should have 1 Corinthians chapter 7. So, I don't know how big of a mess or small. That's a small mess. The fact that this sister's getting in with her brother and she's saying, no, I'm a single sister. I'm just here to learn. But she's getting it in with another dude. Guess what? That's a little leaven. Let's say that's the only incident, and I'm sure it's happening a lot more in the IUIC and whatever congregation that's out there. It's the scriptures say a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. Then Malachi had Deacon Malachi. He had said something, and the brother with the heavy Jamaican accent, he said he gave up a story that a brother was dealing with a sister, and he got the sister pregnant, but he was beating the sister. Then he got tired of the sister and jumped to another sister, got her pregnant. Well, wait a minute. Didn't that go up to the leadership? How is he able to go from one sister to the other sister and give babies, have both of these sisters have babies, and he's beating the shit out of them? And it's getting into y'all that, look, shouldn't have no sisters, period, coming to school. Let them learn on the YouTube, all right? And just let the Spirit work it out. If a sister, might see a brother, and however it's going to be worked out. But see, I don't deal with that. These men that are in the New York camp and the rest of the camps, GMS camps, it's just men gathering. And you got to constantly qualify to stay in the camp. You just can't come in there and hold posts, and you've been in this thing for 3 months, and you still pretty much holding posts. That's not it. You shouldn't be in the camp. You got to grow in this. The scriptures speak about growing in this thing. You all come into the camp to become teachers. To ultimately become teachers. So, hey, it says a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. So if it's happening one time with a single sister dealing with another brother and the leadership don't know about it, it's happening 5 times. If it's happening 5 times, it's happening 10 times. So just cut all that shit out. No more sisters. And they're going to do what they want to do. I can't tell them what to do. But anyway, see this right here. You got this woman, don't know her from a can of paint. I don't think I don't know. She's probably of another congregation outside of Abba, because she does mention Abba and the 12 tribe. That's the hustle. Remember, when the One West came up and started to get fame, remember, you had all kind of other Israelite groups. We call them Yah Israelites. They don't say Yahweh, they'll say Yah. Or they'll, there's so many of them out there. Black, Hebrew, well, you got the Benjamin people. There's a couple 100,000 out there. We're talking about 5 generations of Israelites in the land of Israel. And ain't nobody talking about them, because they kind of have a big community, and they kind of keep it within themselves. And, if you go and research them, they don't even believe in Yahweh Shai. They teach pretty much, they do the same, they have the same philosophy as the small hats, that they're waiting for the Messiah. But anyway, I'm going to let you listen. This is fair use, fair use, fair use. So it says, so this, when I watched this video, the first question that came to mind is, okay, let's say we're the fake guys with the fake sign. When did Ezekiel 37:16 on down come to pass? When was it fulfilled? Was it fulfilled in Ezekiel's lifetime? Because if it was, there would be a script. Ezekiel did take it aside and make it the 12 tribes come together and held it in front of the people. Did it happen during the time Yahweh Shai? Because it had been documented that, Yahweh Shai used to walk around with a 12 tribe sign. Well, no, that was the job of the apostles. Where in the precept did the apostle Paul walk around with a 12 tribe sign? So when was that scripture fulfilled? And what is the only group or groups of people that when they out on the highways and the byways or on YouTube that push the 12 tribe sign? Because if it's not us, either Ezekiel walked, the fulfillment was in Ezekiel. If you go to the book of the Mentos book, It tells you that Ezekiel did carry around a sign, which says BS. It would have been in the scriptures, man. It would have been fulfilled. Historians would have found out about it. Yes, here's an icon of Ezekiel carrying around a sign. No, the fulfillment of that is talking about us now. And if anybody walking around with a sign saying all the 12 tribes are black, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua is not dealing with them. So let's listen.
Hebrew Israelites, listen up. Stop following those camps. Stop following those self-made street scholars that are preaching to our people that because you're from a region that you are also a descendant of Israel. They have white people in their camps reading, thinking that they are a part of Israel. They're not.
What do you mean by white people? If a brother got with a Edomite or a light-skinned sister, they obviously got Edomite blood in them, their babies are gonna come out lighter. If you take two light-skinned Jakes, male and female, of course, they have a baby, their sons and their daughters gonna come out light-skinned. If that son gets with a so-called white woman, has a son, guarantee you that son's gonna look just like the mother. They're gonna look like an Edomite. And if that son, which looks like an Edomite, lays with another blonde-haired, blue-eyed, Scandinavian type Edomite chick, that the son's gonna come out looking like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, Scandinavian type Edomite, a so-called pure blonde-haired, blue-eyed, pasty-skinned Edomite. But actually, that's a Jake. That's a Jake. So this person is obviously a Yah Israelite. Remember, well, I don't know if y'all know, Yahweh ben Yahweh, this is what they used to teach, that the Most High is only dealing with Judah, and Judah are the Negroes from down south, right? The black Negro from down south. If you're a Benjamin, if you're a West Indian, if you're a Haitian, if you're a Dominican, you can be a black Dominican with woolly hair. You're not an Israelite. So if you're a West Indian, you're not an Israelite, according to Yahweh ben Yahweh. If you're a Haitian, you're not if you're Caribbean, any black, super dark black person, you're not an Israelite. If you're African, you're not an Israelite. The only Israelites is the tribe of Judah. There's no other tribes. And that kills Revelation chapter 7. And I remember asking them. And I remember I say, am I an Israelite? She said, well, what are you? I said, I'm West Indian, because my mother said I'm West Indian. Meaning Haitian, West Indian islands, and so forth. No, you're not. They told me, they said, no, you're not an Israelite. You're not an Israelite. You're a heathen. And I said, nah, this is the Most High. And I remember they used to wear the white robes with the turbans, no fringes. They kind of look like the Ansar Allah community Muslims. And I knew right there, that was in 85, I knew right there that the Most High is not dealing with them. And the Spirit led me into, before I came to the truth, I asked the Most High, and I put up a prayer. I said, I had broke up with this chick, and I said, I'm not going to deal with no woman. I'm just going to look for the truth. Kind of like the elder, the head elder out of Chicago, GMS, Malcolm. He told a story. He was in my dwelling. He was in my house, and he started telling stories about how he came into it. And he said he came to New York with his family, and he had his family go shopping or whatever the case may be. And he don't really know New York. And he was actually searching for us. He was searching for the GMS camp on 34th Street. You know, he was actually searching for the truth. Because if I go to Chicago and you mention the Sears Tower, I don't know what's around the Sears. I have no, you know, if you're not from New York, you don't know about 34th and 7th and all that. But he was kind of, had his eyes open looking for us. But that's how the Spirit put him in there. You know, pulled him in. Same thing with me. I used to walk around looking for the truth. And I prayed to the Most High and I said this. I said, Lord, I don't know. The first thing I said was, I don't know your name. First thing I said was, I don't know your name. But I'm talking to the Supreme Heavenly Father of the universe. Whatever your name is, please lead me to the truth. And the Spirit led me to One West. The very first day I went to the One West school, One West 125th Street, it was a Wednesday night class. That was Yaikwab's class, and I met Yaikwab for the first time. And he taught, and you know, they give you a Bible. A lot of people don't have the Bible, so they gave me a Bible. Then I had my own scriptures, and then it was just, hey, the rest is history. And I found out that he was Aria's father, and I met Aria, Marsha, and you know, when I came in, it was like a new beginning, because when I came in, this is when General Yohana came in. General Yohana came in after me. He came in about 3 months after me. Barak of the HODC was there maybe 2-3 months before I came in. You had Shalimar, which he was so good in the Hebrew. I believe he came from a Hebrew household, and he spoke that, you know, the Israeli Hebrew. But he surpassed Aria. He can hold a conversation with a small hat in their language, and he can turn around and go and speak Lashawan Kodash. The Spirit was really working with him on that Hebrew. He can open up the Torah and read it like you read English. So you had Shalimar, you had General Yohana, which is General Yohana. You had Elder Barak. Then you had Ariala come in, you know, High Priest Ariala, whatever. And then you had some other guys come in. And then, but we were on fire. We were like, come on, let's go out and speak. Let's do it, you know. And the Spirit jumped on me, because no matter how many men you had, we'd be on 34th Street. I'm talking about the 7. We'd be on 34th Street on Saturdays, and on Sundays, we'd be on 44th Street. I pulled Aria to the side. You know, we used to talk on the side, and I said, Aria, we should split the camp up. It's getting big. I said, why don't we just split the camp up and have a 44th camp and a 34th camp on Saturdays? And he said, yeah, we can do that. Then on 44th, we have a camp on 44th Street. And back then, we didn't have too many people, you know, but it started getting bigger and bigger. Then the cable, we started going on cable. And word of mouth got this thing, you know, on fire. Then we started dealing with other states, actually. But trying to think here. Oh, the Spirit jumped on me and Lahab, High Priest Lahab, before Ariala came in. Me and Lahab worked together. It was just us two. You know, we went to Brooklyn, Fulton and Hoyt, and it was just he would speak and I would read, and we'd be out there for a couple hours, man. And then that built up. That became a major camp. You know, Yashawan came in. Ben Bunyamin came in. So these guys that you see that were former One Westers, we know all those guys personally. We know all of them personally, man. You know? But anyway, the reason why when they talk about Hebrew Israelites, is because of the One Westers, not because of the Amin and the Yah Israelites is because of us. We're the number one group. The former One Westers are the number one group. All right? And we compete. We talk shit about other. Brother, you going off on this, you go off on that. And that's a good thing because that keeps you in the scriptures, man. Because you make a statement, you better back it up. So, I'm going a little long. Please bear with me. If you want to take a break, take a break. I'm just putting it out there in the ether. So let's listen. First, like I said, ain't no woman, ain't no woman, but like the one I got. Yeah, just the one you got is a devil. Inside joke. Ain't no woman should have anything to do. This is the man's job. When you go on a construction site, are you going to have 50% women? Guarantee you that motherfucking job is going to take 3 times the amount of time to get that building built. Who is on a construction site? Men. Then you might have one of them. One of them. You know what I mean. She's supposed, and she don't know what the fuck she's doing, but she thinks she's one of us. Please, 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 show me a construction site with all women, and I guarantee you that fucking building's gonna fall down inside of a couple of weeks. Fuck, man. Edification comes from the word edifice, which means to build. You're building a building with words. And just like in construction, don't have no women on construction sites. All right? And don't have no woman on a spiritual construction site. Look, the Most High is not dealing with this woman, period, at all. Okay, so here, let's look at the comments. I didn't look at it. It says, go read about Judith. Yeah, well, Judith wasn't running her mouth. You are right, sister, 100%. See, we don't care that people fall off. If a guy falls off, okay, goodbye. Nice knowing you. Let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. You know the old saying. See ya, and I wouldn't want to be ya. And there's a dude, Ronnie Holmes. Real talk, tell him sister. So the scriptures speak about stumbling blocks, right? Well, she's just another stumbling block.
Abba Bivens and Ben Naphtali confess to creating that 12 chart.
I never heard him say that. So you got to give me the the recording that he actually said that. And somebody has to be Elijah coming back. And that fits Abba. Abba is a spirit, is important. Look, when I came to school, maybe a week, 2 weeks into school, you had a whole lot of pictures, and you had a picture of Abba Bivens, however you want to say it. And that's the first thing I said, who's that? Elijah? And I got back to Ariah. He said, you know this brother right here? He said, he looked at the picture of Abba and said that was Elijah. So Ariah gave me that look. Wow, this is a spiritual man here. It says, how do you know they are not Hebrews? Good question. How do you know they are not Hebrews? Only thing, Gentiles can be saved, but they are not Israel. They are to follow our ways to receive salvation. See, we don't got to argue with people about doctrine no more. We're in the point where the Most High getting ready to take this place out. The only ones that you're supposed to teach are the ones who's open to listen. All right? The scripture says, cast not thy pearls before swine, neither give that which is holy unto the son of the dogs. After the first and second admonition, reject. Paul said, 1 Corinthians 14, if they be ignorant, let them be ignorant. We don't got to go. Hey, you had a video with Hassan going against these Christians, and he was out there going back. I said, look, man, you ain't going to get this, okay? First of all, you got to be born again. You will not get this understanding unless you throw away that Christian nonsense. So if you're bringing up that Christian argument, I'll deal with you with a couple of scriptures. Then I'm going to say, look, this is going nowhere. Please go down the street. No, well, this is a free country. I said, okay, yeah, you're right. It's a free country. We're going to pack up and we're going to leave. Or we're not going to speak until you walk down the street because you're a persona non grata. So don't worry about them people that can't. If they can't get it, just move on, man. It says, not all have white people in the camp teaching. That's madness. If it wasn't, that's a sister.
In the late 60s.
Okay. If it wasn't for the camp on the streets, a lot of people would know who they were.
He confessed before he died. He said they wanted to make money off their Tanakh school. Stop preaching to these people. Why do you think the so-called white man has not shut you guys down or
teaching false doctrines, having heathen teaching true Israelites, and marrying Israelites with the heathen is a big problem.
Kill one of you guys on the streets already, or arrest you guys by the mass. It's because you are teaching lies. It's because you are telling these same white people that they can integrate with us. You're teaching them that they are also Israel. That's why they didn't shut down your businesses yet. You self-made street scholars have to stop.
And we're going to listen to a woman, all right? I've only seen one camp teach that in my 11 years of being in the truth. And you notice these are all women. And like I said, the women are insignificant, man. The flock, the scriptures, Ezekiel says, the flock of my pastor are men. Especially, okay, oh, wait a minute. Especially with the 501c3 status.
Yahuwah said he's not the author of confusion.
Nah, I know Yahuwah. I believe Edomites say that. Well, they say Yahweh. Some of them say Yahuwah. So we know that she's not a part of the One West.
Confusion. You're preaching that Africans are not us. We're not.
They're Hamites. And you got a lot of these Israelite groups that they'll call themselves African Hebrew Israelites, and they have actual Africans in their congregation. If you go back to the beginning, to the Barashith, the beginning, Genesis, it speaks about Genesis chapter 10. It separates the sons of Noah. Ham, the Hamitic, Shem, the Shemitic, Japhet, the Japhetic. Africans, real Africans, come from Ham. We, Jakes, we come from Shem. So we're not Africans. Let me read this here. It started years ago with that false chart, and then came the false teachings. And you notice these are all sisters, all women. That's why you shouldn't have women. You would have hey, look, your school would run a lot smoother, Bishop Nathaniel, if you got rid of them women. Hey, when the Lord had the Passover, did he have any women at the Passover? No, he just had the 12. The Most High woke me up, not these camps. Okay, so just know that this sister right here, lioness to you, she woke up. She got the truth. So we know she's not going to take the charagma, okay? we can be comforted in that fact.
Them, they're not us. If slavery was not abolished, where do you think they would go back and get more slaves? Where? To that dry desert piece of land called Israel? They named it Israel on May 14, 1948. You think Yahuwah in his infinite love for Israel would give 12 tribes that dry desert piece of corner in Mount Seir?
Mount Seir. The land of Israel is not in Mount Seir. Come on, let's do this. Bear with me for a minute. Okay. Mount Seir is down right about here. This is Israel up here. And it's not a desert. By the way, first of all, what proves that, I'll say this before I go on, what proves that these people are not, the 48ers are not, they didn't fulfill the scriptures, because they would have all this land here. They would have all this land right here. From the Nile all the way to the Euphrates. They have all this land here. We're going to have all this land here. All this land is going to be not over here. All this land is going to be our land. Okay, so let me see. I said what I said. Y'all need to worry about your own walk. If someone don't listen the first time, give it to the Most High. Titus 3 verse 9. Just because you don't believe the 13 tribe chart don't make it false. Now, that's a whole nother subject. She's talking about Zamar is talking about a 13th tribe.
Stop preaching to our people these lies. I mean, get your hustle going on with the Bible, but goddamn, stop preaching to these people.
You have a lot to learn, but Shalom. This is what this is. Jamar is saying to her. So this is a sister going against another sister. And like I said, all sisters, all women. It says, girl, shut up. You are a lost Christian. I'm so sick of y'all saying this foolishness. So she's against this, man.
These white Puerto Ricans, white Cubans, white Venezuelan, white Colombian, white Mexican, stop preaching to these people that they are us.
Well, who are they then? The people, it says that we're going to be scattered even into the ends of the earth, meaning the uttermost west. Columbus came over here. Who he discovered? What people he discovered? Those people that he discovered were Israelites. From Canada all the way down to South America. In between, those were the Israelites. When they counted them, they were speaking Hebrew. What's the guy? Del Torres was a chief interpreter that spoke fluent Hebrew. Why did he do that? Because Columbus knew that they were going to encounter Hebrews, Israelites.
All you so-called self-made scholars.
Girl, you shut up. No one was speaking to you. You disrespectful ass the F. You mad at the truth again. I said what I said. How can someone be lost by speaking facts? Whatever that is.
You streets hustlers. Stop.
I'm not about to argue with no Christian devil. Move around, heathen lover.
If not, your judgment will soon come.
The only line acting Like a Christian, devil is you. You got a pocket and need correction. And who said we arguing? You weird and need a lot of learning. And remember, all these people on the comment section are a bunch of women, experts on Israelites, Israelism. Tell me to move around on my own comment.
Come up. Jehovah said he's going to scatter us four corners.
Yeah, we're going to have Israelites coming out of Europe. You're going to have Israelites in China. You're going to have Israelites literally scattered throughout the whole world amongst the heathens. John 7:35. Amongst the heathens. We're going to be scattered amongst the heathens. I see how you be feeling sometimes. I am done. I'll be posting food in doomsday from now on.
Choose two corners, North America and South America, a little bit of the Caribbean. What happened to the rest of the Israel what happened to the other two corners of the earth?
You're talking about Europe and China and Asia and all that. They're all Israel scattered throughout. There's Jake's communities among all these people scattered, even in Russia, all throughout Europe.
I ain't no African.
Yeah, we ain't no fucking African. Because Africans are Hamites. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Back to the basics. See, I don't believe in arguing and debating. I don't believe in that. We're not in the time of debating. We're in the time of, here's the truth. If you don't like it, keep it moving. Bear with me for a minute. Let's go to Genesis 10. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were sons born after the flood. So out of these three sons, who was the chosen? Shem. Out of Shem had 5 sons. Elam. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let me do it this way. Make it easy for myself. Shem is 4 times. Unto Shem also the father of the children of Eber, which is Hebrew, the brother of Japheth, the elder, even to him were children born. The children of Shem, Elam, and Ashur, the Assyrians, and Aphaxad, which we came out of Aphaxad, and Lud, and Aram. Aram is now Syria. These are the sons of Shem after their families, after their tongues, and their lands, after their nations. So the line came through Shem, not Ham. So if you got actual Africans in your congregation, then the Most High is not dealing with you. Listen to a little bit more.
Do you look different from an African?
Yes, we look different from Africans. I'll prove that. People of the Sudan. Okay, let me go to images now. Bear with me for a minute. These are actual Egyptians, by the way. These are people of Sudan, but they're mixed. Esau amongst the Arabs, mixed. No, we don't look like Africans. That's an African. That's a real That's a Sudan. He looks like an alien. Look at, you got them. These are heathens. Heathens. We don't know. I don't know no Negro that look like this. Look at the eyes. Oh my goodness. She's obviously mixed. He's obviously mixed. Look at these. No, we do not look like these motherfuckers right here. We do not look like these motherfuckers. Look at this. Them are tribal marks. Look at the peas. Look at them. Them are heathen. Look at them fucking hands. Would you go to a restaurant and you saw this motherfucker as a cook? Would you buy their food? Look at this. No, we do not look like these people. These are the actual Egyptians. They were known for their height. They all look the same. Jake looks different from Jake. Jake comes in all shapes and sizes, man. Look at how they're standing, man. This is a beautiful sister. She's Sudan, but she's clearly mixed. She's not a pure Sudanese person, a pure Egyptian. And they live. Oh, wait a minute. The Dinka tribe of South Sudan has the tallest set of people in the world. Yeah, because those were the Egyptians. Look at this, man. He got a high water jacket. Them are heathens, man. Look at how they stand. Look at how he's pointing the finger. There's no there's no swag to these motherfuckers, man. These are Hamites. These are Egyptians. These are the sons of Mizraim. They were known for their height. Do me a favor, if you ever go to New York, go down to the Met on Fifth Avenue and 185th. It's between 83rd and 80. Covers like 2-3 blocks. When you go in there, you can give them a nickel and they'll let you in because it's a suggested donation of $50 or whatever. You can give them a penny and they'll let you in. When you go up in there, you make a right, you go to the Egyptian section, and you're going to see wall releases on the wall. They all look like these motherfuckers. They all look like Manute Bol. Anyway, let's come on back to this. So she doesn't know what's going on.
A dark nation sold the Negroes. Yes, we're all Negroes from Africa.
She doesn't understand the difference between a Shemite and a Hamite. Matter of fact, all three sons of Noah were all dark. One son didn't come out white, the other son Chinese, and the other son black. If Noah was a so-called dark-skinned black man, all his sons had to be dark, and his wife was a dark-skinned black woman. All his sons had to be black. So the majority of the people of the earth are people of color, brown-skinned people.
That dark nation that they're talking about, it's the so-called East Indian man, not Africans. You're confusing your own selves and you believe in your own lies. Stop preaching that 12 chart because it's not true. I'm watching a video Naquan made with a white boy holding the Bible. Can you tell the difference?
How do you know he's a white boy? And the scripture said, let the wheat and the tares go together.
Between him and another white person with his blonde hair holding the Bible?
You got Israelites that have blonde hair, blue eyes. You got Africans that have blonde hair, blue eyes.
No. Again, Yahuwah is not the author of confusion. Stop preaching that false chart. Stop. Stop it. You got people like Nathaniel up in New York marrying Mexicans with black people, with Negroes. Marrying white people with Negroes. Just
They ain't got no white people. They got Israelites in the school.
because they were born in a region. Born in Puerto Rico. Born in Cuba. Born in Mexico. Born in so on and so on. Stop it. Stop. When you look at their skin color, it is a form of leprosy. And you talking about, oh, the progenitor? Pedigree? That's from a Negro man to a Negro woman. Not a Negro man to a so-called Edomite woman. No.
Good, good. I'm glad she said that. My question is this. And Fopi also teaches this madness. That if you have a Judite man and get with an Edomite woman, the son is not an Israelite. It's a Mamses. It's a no nation. Okay, well then, if an Edomite man gets with a Jake woman, does the sons that come out of that Jake woman or with that Edomite man, is that an Edomite or is that no longer Edomite? Because if that's the case, then there's no more Israelites out there, and there's very few Israelites out there and very few Edomites. Because they done mixed their seed. So the spirit that's in them is a non-spirit. You see all the madness and the stupidity that goes on, but guess what? I have no problem with that because the Most High set up stumbling blocks.
Ow! Peace to the truth. Stop following those camps.
The 12 tribes chart is.
And here you got this devil. Here you got this devil, false 12 tribes.
Rebellion against the.
Alright, Shalom. This video is going to be a response to this video you see on the screen and that you just saw.
So right there, I'm going to stop. You can watch the rest of this. When I get a chance, I'll watch the rest of this. But now you know what I want to do? I want to go to... real quick. Since we're in it, I'm going to go to it. Ezekiel 37:16 on down. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and the children of Israel, his companions, Benjamin, Levi, which is the kingdom of Judah. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim. Meaning, when it says Joseph, it's Joseph and Ephraim are interchangeable. Sometimes you go to Revelation 7, it says the tribe of Joseph is really talking about the tribe of Ephraim. The stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions, and join them one to another into one stick or plank. The word there in the Hebrew means plank, and they shall become one in thine hand. When was that ever fulfilled? Did Ezekiel ever fulfill that? Never fulfilled it. There's no evidence of him walking around with a 12 tribe sign. And when the children of Israel, the sons of thy people, shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? So part of a camp is to have that 12 tribes out there. Say unto them that thus saith Yahweh the Most High, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, the rest of the tribes, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Naphtali, Simeon, and so forth, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in thine hand. Now, it couldn't happen during the time of Ezekiel because the tribes were split during the time of Ezekiel. During the time of Yahushua and the apostles, the tribes are on the other side of the world, which the Lord had visited the other side of the world. There's documents on that. So when was that fulfilled? The fact that we have the sign is showing you that the 12 tribes got to come back together. It says, "And the sticks thereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Gad, Manasseh, Reuben, Asher, Naphtali. And say unto them, Thus saith the Most High, Behold, I will take the sons of Israel from among the from a what? From among the heathen, because we're scattered among the heathen. So if we are among the heathen, we mingled our seed among the heathen. So you're gonna have Israelites looking like Edomites. You're gonna have Israelites looking like Moabites. Whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side of what? Every side of the world, and bring them into their own land. What does it mean by every side? Wherever they scattered on the planet. Deuteronomy 28:64, they were scattered. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? And we're coming back to the kingdom as a nation, not as a kingdom. Not as Judah coming first and then the northern kingdom coming second. No, we're all going to come back for 144,000. Starting with 144,000. Oh, this is what I was going to do. Let me go to Deuteronomy. Back to the basics, 28 and 64. And Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people. What does it mean by all people? All nations. From the one end of the earth even to the other. When Columbus came over here, who did he encounter? He encountered the people that they call Indios, which have to be the Israelites, fulfilling this right here. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. What does that mean? That we're going to lose the fact that we're Israelites. We're not going to be going to church and mosques and temples of different religions and different gods, knowing that we're Israelites. No. Like in Central and South America, predominantly Roman Catholic. Why? Because the Spaniards, the conquistadors, they were Catholic. In the Americas, the 13 colonies and so forth, and then you go throughout the Americas, the predominant religion was Christianity, whether it be Baptist, Methodist, or whatever. That's why if you really see Jake set up Roman Catholic. But the South American, the Latin tribes, they're in the Roman Catholic because their conquerors were Roman Catholics. So it says scatter. Let me look up the word scatter. Back to the basics. Scatter. The word is pawatazah. Pawatazah. To scatter, to disperse, to scatter. It's in the precept 68 times. I'm not going to read all of them, obviously. Hey, Jeremiah 9:16. I will scatter who? Israelites, them also among the heathen. A lot of us mingled our seed with the heathen, whom neither they nor their fathers have known, and I will send a sword after them till I have consumed them. It says here, ye have scattered my flock and driven them away and have not visited them. Jeremiah 30:11, for I am with thee, saith Yahweh, to save thee, though I make a full end of all nations, whither I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of you or thee, but I will correct thee in measure, little by little. Oh, that's what Revelation chapter 11 was all about. Take a measuring stick. Let me get that real quick. It said, I will correct them in measure and will not leave thee to altogether unpunished. I will correct thee in measure. Look, this is why, like I said, read Revelation chapter 11, verse 1 on down, when it speaks about the measuring stick and measure the temple. The temple are the Israelites. So it said they're going to be corrected in measure, little by little. That's why when you go to the New Testament, Apostle Paul speaks about them, that these Israelites coming back into the fold, being Israelites under the Messiah, that they weren't required to keep all the laws. Acts 15 tell you that. Colossians 2:16 tell you that. Don't let no man judge you in feasts and high holy days, because when you come in, if you're 2 weeks into this thing, I'm not going to say, okay, brother, you got to do this, do that. You got, do this, that, and third. No. You're going to learn as you come in. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.